Everything should be good. All right, Joe.
Let us know.
Let us know if you can hear us.
Refresh.
Yeah, refresh.
Refresh. Cross your eyes. Cross your fingers. Cross your toes.
I'm breaking up with coffee. Big coffee lied to me. I was promised energy. I got anxiety. I was promised alertness. I got jitters. I was promised focus. I got nothing but afternoon caffeine crashes. So I'm breaking up with coffee.
Everything's fucked in the studio. Like legit, we're having the funnest time ever. We're Sunday-ing it hard as fuck. But you know what? We got a signal.
Focus, cordyceps
We got a
for natural
signal.
Energy, plus chaga.
Green Slate Gaming is still here. Yeah, hopefully you can hear us. Everything's green now.
My thing though still says unstable.
Does it?
Yeah.
Refresh that.
I just did before. Okay, now it says excellent. Yes, we back, baby. Oh. I was just saying, I think I need another dab. And then I have to get started again. And that was a big, monologue that I wrote. It was a big monologue in the beginning.
Does that mean you have to do it again or no?
Yeah, because I also put it on YouTube and the WeedTube.
And we also do an audio recording on the side.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Let's see if these visuals are stable. We'll do things slow. And then I still got a couple.
It's stable for me so far.
It's stable for you?
Good. Yeah, you too. It's excellent.
Okay. All right, and then we should have good visions. What's going on with what?
The music's like staticking.
All right, let things settle.
Move your phone. That's the problem.
The phone's the problem? How is that?
No, it's not. Never. It's not the problem. I just talk out my ass sometimes.
Like it's one of them old Boost mobile phones that every time a message comes in, you hear static through like speakers.
Well,
Who remembers that?
It's pretty much. Well, that's what it's like. Sometimes it does do that. So I was half right. It just wasn't the issue at that point.
Okay. Bear Decoder's back. All right. So we got some nice fish. Everything seems to be holding steady. Hopefully everyone can hear us good. The music cleared up. Mm-hmm. I think we're gravy. Mm-hmm. I do. I think we're all right. We'll feed.
Get my shit together.
We'll feed Brooker's a dab and we'll see if she can read. That's what we'll do.
Feed her a dab.
Feed me, Seymour.
Ow.
Yeah, and you see how it's gonna go, folks.
No buffering.
That's what I'm talking about, Bear.
That's what I like to see and hear. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have like a really good internet plan thing. Like we have like one of the top plans because we do put out so much content. Content. Good God.
Nah, we do have fire internet speed, and I pay a fortune because this is really all. I mean, all we really do is stream and dream, you know? Streaming and dreaming, baby. I used to say that all the time back on Play. But yeah, we're going to chill out. I got a couple different chill, relaxed visuals. It's more of a relaxed show. Hopefully, it's funny. Hopefully. Yeah, grab your weed, your sips. I like to call them sips. Grab your sips. And then hopefully everybody had a good chill Sunday. Fucking blazing out, doing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Doing your thing. I'm about it, Brokers. Yep, Brooker's about to get her some.
I really do like these dabs. We really, really do.
This one, we're smoking on some chocolate
shatter.
shatter. I like saying it funny, like some pinky up shit. Oh man, I'm messing everything up.
What are you doing?
I honestly, Brookers, couldn't freaking tell you. I'm like popping out fucking discords and.
I know. I'm looking at you doing this computer work, and I don't know if I'm in awe or in horror.
It's silly, computers. I mean, I really like my computer. It's pretty good.
I'm baked too, Top Cat. I'm about to get even more baked. Here we go.
Oh, Booker's about to die.
Cheerio. Hip hip. Here we go.
Jesus, hip hip.
Motherfucker, you trying to kill me?
Whoa, just rip
That
it.
was a huge ass piece of shatter. And it was too late. I noticed it too late. It was entirely too late.
She likes it. That's how she likes it. Women like surprises, yo. So if you ever have like a girl, surprise them a lot.
If you ever.
If you ever have a girl, just surprise them a lot.
A partner?
A partner, a significant other.
I tell you what though. It's smooth.
Smooth.
It's smooth.
The blunt bubbler.
Dude, I freaking love whatever freaking thing this is that he bought.
I brought a saucer thing. It's fucking dope.
The hell is a saucer?
That
It's the best shit ever.
that dab thing I've been using with the tray and the little marbles and all that stuff. All that fresh dopeness. See, and that's why everybody got to get up in my Discord, because that's where I share most of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my Twitter.
Yeah, Discord.
And my Twitter. I share a lot on Twitter.
All right, enough fucking around.
Holy shit, Brokers. Here we go.
Let's get this going.
Season 3, motherfuckers. Here it goes. I'm going to
Here
hit
we
your
go.
button. You ready?
All right, wait a second.
You tell me when to hit your record.
All right, let's do this.
Go.
Throughout history, explorers, adventurers, and archaeologists have spent lifetimes searching for long-lost places, legendary cities, and hidden treasures. Some of these expeditions have been a success, and others were just a complete failure. And when it comes down to legendary cities, there's a thin line dividing legend from reality. So join us today in our discussions and theories on tonight's edition of Pot of Coffee Podcast with your hosts, DJ Bruce, the Ganja Kid, and me, Brooklyn.
Crowd goes wild, Brokers. What's going on, good people? We had
That
them
was a mouthful.
We had them technical difficulties, but we running it. We doing it.
Yeah.
Biggs, what's good?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
So Brooker's gonna talk about cities, like some Indiana Jones.
Well, just think about it. Could you imagine, like, close your eyes for a second, all right? And picture New York City. Could you imagine if it would just, like, disappear overnight? I mean, buildings, belongings, food, like, everything. Just abandoned, gone for good.
Kind of like that movie with Will Smith.
Yeah.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Ooh, legendary cities. I Am Legend. You see what happened there? Coincidence? I think not. He had a cool ass dog though, and a pretty decent truck.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He had like almost any car that he wanted too.
He's the only person left. It was badass, but them creatures. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Did number 2 come out yet?
Was there supposed to be a number 2?
I think so.
I don't know.
I've heard about it.
Brookers, Top Cat's talking about really important shit that I can't understand. It's about Plato.
Where longitude is 0. So Top Cat says, an old Hebrew writing speculates that Atlantis was at the point where longitude is 0. No number 2 for that yet. Oh yeah, no number 2 for the I Am Legend. Yeah, that's one of the the cities that we're going to talk about tonight is Atlantis and all the different theories and stuff surrounding it, and if it's even real, like if it even really existed, because that's also a possibility too. Yeah. Use your words, Bruce.
Well,
Use your words.
I don't want to say stuff out on the stream, so I was just trying to see if Brookers wanted a few of these little gumdrops I got. Made by this chick called Mindy.
Mindy.
Yeah, that's what they're called. They're called Mindy's Chief Artisan Cool Key Lime Kiwi Gummies. And they're in like this cute little tin, and they're these cute little things. They're pretty badass.
It kind of looks like Altoid, like mint tin. I don't like those ones, to be honest with you. I don't like the way they taste. I'll have one though, or two. I like the blue raspberry.
The only thing I don't like about them though is all the edibles I've been getting lately. Each dose is at like a 0.5, which is kind of cool because then they come 20 per package instead of the 10. But I think I'd rather have the 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Getting back on topic. So let's talk about that one then. Let's talk about Atlantis. So it was first mentioned in writing by Plato in 360 BC. And it was the legend of the island of Atlantis. And some people said it's submerged. And some people are just saying that it's all a myth. Well, the most recent, possibly the most promising, was an Israeli journalist, and they investigated that it might even be somewhere near Jerusalem. So this is just going crazy.
I
So,
thought that was where the Little Mermaid was from.
Jerusalem?
No, not Jerusalem. The Atlantis is
Oh,
under the sea.
I honestly was like, what? This motherfucker.
Yeah, Brookers. The fucking Little Mermaid's from Jerusalem.
There's also off the coast of Spain. There's like Bronze Age stone anchors that were discovered.
Kyle said Atlantis is in Antarctica.
Yeah, well, yes, that's there's multiple, like that's where we're getting there, Kyle.
So-
We're gonna go dig deep.
If it's in Antarctica, which is a cold place, fish can't swim in ice. And it was under the sea.
Like, well, no, there's the whole entire sea does not just turn to ice.
In Atlantis?
No, in Antarctica, anywhere. It's just the top couple of layers. Like the fish are still swimming.
Or if it was in Iceland, like Antarctica, they could have just made an ice city. And then like it snowed and filled it in. And that's why it got lost. So
it's like
I probably
Elsa?
just solved Atlantis.
Is it like Elsa? The Snow Queen?
Or like Top Cat said, it could have been warm there. He said it wasn't cold or frozen then.
Oh.
Well, you gotta think. There's also the theory that the whole land was connected at once too.
Yeah, everything was one big Hawaii.
And that's what our first one that we're going to get into is actually says that Atlantis was a mid-Atlantic continent that suddenly sunk into the ocean. So you were kind of right on the money there.
I mean, I could believe it.
Yeah. It says the idea that Atlantis was an actual historical place and not just a legend invented by Plato didn't surface until the late 19th century. In his 1882 book, Atlantis, I can't pronounce his name. It's like Ignatius Donnelly. Yeah, I think I said that right. Go
Ignatius.
me. Ignatius. I said that motherfucker right.
He
Good
sounds like a
job.
sexy beast.
Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Like a Rico Suave of his
Yeah,
time.
right? He sound like some kind of like old
Gerardo.
ass. He like an old ass pirate pimp. Ignatius. I come to take your land.
Like a
I am
Zorro.
Ignatius.
So Ignatius, he argued that the accomplishments of ancient world must have been handed down by an earlier advanced civilization, as ancients weren't sophisticated enough to develop these advances on their own. So, assuming that the Atlantic Ocean was only a few hundred feet deep, Donnelly described that a continent flooded by shifting ocean waters that sank in the exact location Plato said it did, which would be in the Atlantic Ocean just outside of the Pillars of Hercules. The two rocks that mark the entrance to the Straits of Gibraltar. So long after modern oceanography and greater understanding of plate tectonics poked holes in the shifting waters thesis. Some continue to cling, though, to Donnelly's theory, mostly due to its adherence to Plato's placement of Atlantis in the mid-Atlantic. So, to summarize, I should probably just I really shouldn't write so in-depth.
But what if the people want it nice and deep like that, Brookers?
Yeah.
Give it to them deep. Give it to them all the way. All the way down. Dick them down.
The pirate pimp.
Biggs is dying. He's like, why did I sign up for this show?
For real, man.
Speaking of signing up, Green Slate Gaming. We gotta do something, homie. Like, what do you think, Brookers? Next Sunday. Sunday.
Hey,
He's available.
deep like the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
If Green Slate Gaming's available next Sunday or the Sunday after, maybe he should come and join us, is what I'm saying. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Willy will. There'll be no pirate rape, no aliens, no probing. We'll be gentle. Plus, you got a bunch of new stuff going on. Yeah, actually, we could have an in-guester if I might have a visitor, too. That might be neat. Yeah, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I should let Brookers get on with her show. I'm sorry, folks. But yeah, Willie, well, let's get in contact this week and see if we work something out for this week or next week. Because he, I believe, was on season 2, and he's a fire-ass guest. Plus, I really like that guy. He's cool. Yeah, nice and deep, Top Cat. Let's get it in there. Come on, Brookers. Let's get deep. All the way to the bottom. Let's bottom it out.
Let's just say... I'm just gonna, because I'm reading this, and this is, so not many people know this. I do write books that I haven't quite finished yet, but I do tend to get really like in depth with everything. So I'm just gonna try and summarize what I wrote here. So another theory is that Atlantis was actually swallowed by the Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh, that makes planes and shit disappear. That's a really good theory. I like that. Because if it was like adrift in an island, it could have drifted through the triangle and it went with the planes.
Or like, what if like the pilots that get trapped in it, they gotta work on Atlantis for the rest of their life?
Yeah, maybe that's where the planes go. They land at Atlantis. Maybe that's like the front door to get in.
Maybe,
So
possibly.
Is it like
And
a
maybe
wormhole?
Not like a wormhole, but it's like they only built the way in. They never built the way out.
Isn't that where like that one plane went through the Bermuda Triangle and like it reappeared like 26 years later?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, what is it? I'm trying to I'm looking at the name. AEV
1289. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hope you're enjoying us. We're
But anyway,
talking
welcome.
about lost cities and smoking on some beautiful green goodness and enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, we just hanging out. It's Sunday.
You said hole.
Big hole.
Big hole.
All right, Burgers, get deep in the hole.
Yeah, well, no, but like seriously, yeah, green goodness. So the Bermuda Triangle. I mean, you guys are absolutely correct. There's a lot of planes and stuff and ships.
Right?
That have disappeared. There what's been, and I think Biggs, what you're talking about, it was a fighter pilot and a couple of their, like they were flying together. There was a group of them, and they actually lost track of time. I don't know about it wasn't years, but it was, I think it was like 20 minutes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was like 20 minutes that they had lost, and they could not account for. And also believe that Amelia Earhart, that her plane disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle.
The Titanic.
The Titanic sank, fool.
I'm bringing energy. Shush.
What energy?
Laughter.
And I think it was Kyle that said this, that Atlantis was actually Antarctica. Yeah.
It's still there now.
Well, so Charles Hapgood, he said around 12,000 years ago, the Earth's crust shifted, displacing the continent that became Antarctica from a location that was much further north than it is today. So it was more temperate than it actually is now, and it was home to advanced civilization, but the sudden shift doomed it and its inhabitants, which would be the Atlanteans.
Pirate pimp energy. Let's go.
Well, you know, my theory is there had to be other civilizations, because we find old antique like tools and stuff that were used.
Yep.
Like old pulley systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kyle said Earnhardt was abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too soon, Kyle. It's still too soon. It will always be forever too soon.
Yeah, Titanic was found. He said near Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
I do my best to read.
Newfoundland.
But I like the Titanic story, and I like looking at the pictures, like, of the submarines. They go down and take pictures of, like, the sunken ship and go through it all and stuff. It's really interesting to me.
I always thought that with the Titanic that it was really interesting how when they finally figured out exactly how it broke off and broke apart, and how, you know, like the one part of the ship just sunk like completely straight down practically right away, whereas the other one, when it broke off, it still stayed afloat for a good while. And that,
yeah,
how scary that must have been.
For sure.
Yeah.
Glad I wasn't the DJ on that cruise liner.
For real.
The worst thing a podcast can do is have a DJ on it, because they're just gonna be like, Sunday, let's do this. Let's bring the fire. Straight bangers for you right now. Bangers of information.
Bangers.
Bangers.
Speaking of bangers,
That's
smoke that dab.
Yeah, Brooker's trying to keep me busy so I could let her go on with the show. Yeah, foghorn noise. I got
Do you
car
have
burnout.
one? You have something.
We got crickets.
No, what do you have?
Got
No,
the-
you had the horn. Brr, brr, brr.
Yeah.
You have that one.
I have a
No, that's not
close. I don't have the horn on
it. You
yet.
do. There you go. That
Yeah, I
one.
got that horn. We got drums, crickets,
Crickets.
and information. I missed my temperature like 6 times.
You missed your temperature already? And then there's obviously the obvious theory that it just never existed at all.
I can't handle my shit today, Burgers.
Handle your shit, Bruce. Handle it. Let's go. Pull up your big girl pants and roll with it. But yeah, it didn't exist at all, too. You know, it could have been just a story. But then, see, I don't know if I buy that it was just a story. And I'm going to tell you why. If it was just a story and it was advanced as Plato said, then how did Plato himself come up with all the inventions and how, you know, everything that was in the city?
That's what I was just about to say. Just to think about if it was a story, think about how smart the person was that made the story up.
Or did he make it up to sell more Play-Doh?
Shut the fuck up.
I got the right button. Let's go. That's DJ shit.
That's DJ shit.
Brigger's going to throw me off the podcast. Watch.
You know, my thoughts exactly. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to be, you know, I mean, like, I get, you know, being a storyteller. I really do. And I completely understand it. But I couldn't sit there and all of a sudden be like, this place had ceiling fans and nobody's even known what the fuck a ceiling fan is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously, I'm using ceiling fan as, like, an example. And, you know.
Miss Fabulous is here. Jennifer's in
Jennifer!
the building. Happy Sunday, Miss Jennifer.
How's it doing, Jennifer?
Having a DJ on here is a big interruption.
No, it's not.
It's horrible.
Shut up. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't just be like, invent things that never been invented before and then just come up with it in a crazy cool story with a billion other inventions.
True. They like knew the future or something, didn't they? Because of the aliens.
They supposedly were like super advanced and shit and had iPads.
Yeah, I was looking at your pictures before, Jennifer. You look like you were having an awesome day. Thanks for sharing with me.
I wanna know if Top Cat knows where the deepest trench is.
AEV says having a DJ is great.
Do we even know where that is though? Because isn't it like
Yes.
But like a lot of the ocean's been undiscovered.
But we know where well, I mean, we know where the deepest one is to date.
To date. Okay.
To date.
All right.
Like current.
Current.
Yeah, but Top Cat's a retired pirate. So he sailed.
He really
He
is.
really was. You laugh. So he probably knows because he sailed the 7 seas. Legit.
It's been mapped, just not explored. Okay. Yeah. Do you think it's
I think it's because it's the Mariana Trench over on the China Sea or some shit like that.
I don't know. Like I'm sitting here thinking of the ocean and like, so the earth is round. If we swim from one part of the ocean, if we swim all the way down, could we potentially come out on like a different spot? Like, you
Wait,
know what
say
I
that
mean?
again?
Does that make sense?
Say it one more time.
So the earth is round,
Right.
right? And gravity, and I know that like gravity holds us all in place. So when we're swimming, if we were to swim, like if you look at shut up. This is a serious question.
I'm
Hey.
dying.
Hey, that's Aubrey.
No, yeah, I'm not a flat earther. I totally get this. Like, I
No,
totally understand.
but
the earth
AV is
round.
Aubrey.
Oh.
Aubrey.
Oh, girl. How you doing, girl? It's Sunday. Let's get it. Let's go. It's time. No, we're glad you're here. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jennifer's here.
Yes. and
Yes,
everybody's
Jennifer, that's a
here.
real cough. I am ripping some fat dabs of shatter
Plus, he's also laughing at me.
and laughing at the same time. Sunday's just about good times, you know?
Okay, but seriously, think about this. So if you're looking at like a globe, right? Because that's the Earth and it's round, right?
Right.
So if I was to put my finger on the globe as me, the person in the Earth, and I was to swim straight through, like if I was to like dive underwater and go all the way straight through.
I think Top Cat growled.
Growled.
I'm not going to be able to handle today.
But would I come out on the other side?
No, you can't swim that deep. It's not connected. Like you're going to hit the floor. It's
If you were able to dive that deep,
Like if it was possible.
you're going to have to swim through lava.
Would
what?
you?
No, but like if it was possible, she's saying. So if you went through like a whole bunch of dirt, right, or whatever, like you wouldn't be able to die, right?
Yeah,
right.
Then you would come up on the other end
So
at some point,
it is plausible.
right?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
and if you get to the middle, you got to swim through lava.
Yeah.
And you can't swim
Well,
through
of
lava
course.
because you'll burn.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm done with my idiocy. I had like one of those moments where it was just I had to figure it out. But I guess that's how my brain works. So the next city that I want to talk about, and I'm sure everybody's heard about it, is Camelot. Right?
What?
Camelot.
Ain't that with like,
Isn't that like a Shakespeare story?
yeah, like knights and shit, right?
Yeah,
It's-
right.
Also have thought to really exist.
I think it probably did because like Sir Lancelot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sir Lancelot.
Yeah. Is that all you know? Sir
Wait,
Lancelot?
Who is Sir Lancelot though?
He was one of the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, that was
Oh, was
Camelot.
he?
And King Arthur or
King
Henry or yeah, King
Oh, right,
Arthur.
right.
And Jennifer says you can't do that because your eardrums are gonna
will
pop.
Yeah.
And
I
the
don't
lava. The lava's gonna burn
lava.
you. If you can make it through the dirt. It probably did cause.
Sir Lancelot, you know.
See,
don't
and that's
forget
why we're
about
here,
Merlin.
Bear. It's for fun and to look at puppies.
So I try my darndest to stay on topic. Like I really, really do. And this whole live thing is new to us. Our older podcasts were never live.
Yeah, we used to edit it.
We used to edit and a lot like we would have a lot of these side bars together. And
But now y'all get the raw shit.
this is it. This is us.
This is raw.
And I hope you're laughing with us and, you know,
The real deal.
this is it. This is us.
Raw with no filter.
Oh, there's filters. We gotta be nice. We gotta be nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Bear
And
says,
that's the point, Bear.
limited.
yeah, it's like a hangout.
Chill.
Yeah, Jennifer loves the pups.
Yeah. But so Camelot is a castle and court that is associated with the legendary King Arthur. Basically it first appeared in 12th century French romances, and Lancelot and the Grail cycle eventually became described as the fantastic capital of Arthur's realm and a symbol of the Arthurian world. It's located in Great Britain, which I think you guys kind of all figured that part out. That was pretty self-explanatory.
You have a great rest of your night, Green Slave, and have a wonderful stream. We'll talk later on this week, my dude. Have a great
Willy
night.
Will.
Camelot was a mythical castle
located
city
in
said to
Great
be.
Britain.
Take care, dude.
Yeah, King Arthur and the knights, and they had battles too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were thrown down with swords and horses and shit.
Right.
Medieval times, like you can go to that still. It's still alive. I saw some dudes in the park a few years ago doing that, like just practicing. So those people are out there.
I always just fall back to
He's the guy that chipped his wife's head off.
Oh,
Merlin
chopped?
was there too.
She might mean chopped.
She
Yeah,
did.
chopped.
150 nights, Top Cat said.
Yeah, 150.
That's a hell of a lot of nights. Because nights are like pretty badass. So like having 150 of them's like, that's straight pimping. King Arthur was a straight pimp. He was pimping out nights.
Maybe that was King Louis.
King Louis.
It might have been like King Louis the 9th or the 8th. Or...
But all the kings and stuff,
I'm
like
seeing Roman numerals in my head, but I don't know what they mean.
all the kings and stuff do crazy shit like that. Like cut off the wife's head if they don't bear sons and do all weird shit. Have like 40 wives and all types of stuff.
I don't understand, like, if humans have had these sorcery powers or whatever you want to say it, right?
Sorcery? Like magic?
Whatever, like magic.
Okay.
If we had magic powers back then, why don't we have them now?
We do.
You do?
You gotta channel them, and you gotta dry out chicken bones, and you gotta roll them shits.
No, you ready for this, Biggs? Do this with me. And everybody listening, you can do this too. So take your hands and put them together. Like you're clapping, but put your hands together.
Like
All
you're
right.
clapping, but don't clap.
Push them together and rub until I tell you to stop. Just keep going.
Brookers is a witch.
No, for real, listen. This works. Keep rubbing. Okay. Keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing.
This is like some ASMR. Just
All
keep
right,
rubbing. Just rub it.
All right.
Just rub.
Shush. Stop.
Stop.
Keep them together. Now, slowly pull them apart no more than 2 inches. If you feel the heat,
No,
Now.
I feel like getting colder.
now go like, I don't know if you can, but like you're like pretend like you have a ball in your hand and you're pushing it back and forth to each hand. Do you feel the energy from your fingers moving to either side as you push it along?
No.
It happens to everybody. Don't even tell me it doesn't happen to you. If it's happened to you, if you feel
maybe
it,
I
yeah,
just didn't do it
weird.
right.
See, Aubrey, it happened to Aubrey.
Yeah. And like Kyle says, sorcery still exists.
But that's your actual body's energy going back and forth.
Yep. Jennifer feels it. Bear's laughing his ass off. I know he is. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's hanging out. I'm glad he's seeing a different side of us too. Because you don't really see like the DJ, you always see the DJ, you know? Now you get to see like the person.
Aubrey said you didn't do it right.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
But yeah, that's actually your energy in your body that you can manipulate to do anything, and that's where Reiki comes in. If you've ever had, and I do it on the kids and myself sometimes, Reiki, it is this crazy using your energy to help heal somebody's body, and it's really amazing.
What you could do is do what Brookers did, but you gotta like do it a lot and really hard. So just like
so you're talking about like the Mr. Miyagi theory.
Right.
But when you do it, rub it really, really, really hard and just keep rubbing it, and build it up like Dragon Ball Z style, and you can move fridges and shit. That's how I put stuff in my truck.
So King Arthur is also said. So they're thinking that maybe the legend of King Arthur had come from another king who may have been a military leader who they admired and looked up to. So that's interesting.
Yeah, no, Aubrey. I was talking about the part where he healed Daniel's leg or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's
In the
called
tournament.
Reiki. R-I-K-I. Or R-E-I-K-I. I think it's R-E-I-K-I. And you can do it on yourself, and it's so cool. And you can literally feel it working. It's really weird.
Oh damn, it's all quiet in here without the
No, we were just... I was looking.
Man,
So he could have been a mysterious supreme king, which is kind of where we see him as a kid. I don't, if you remember the story of him pulling the sword out of the stone.
Oh, is that guy? I thought that was
That was King Arthur. Yeah,
I thought that was Conan.
That's the barbarian.
He pulled like a sword out of a mountain of like skulls or some rock shit.
Are you talking about He-Man?
He-Man too, right? He did the sword thing.
They
No.
just had swords, Holmes.
No,
Wait.
but I'm talking Conan the Barbarian. Didn't he pull a sword out of like a mountain of skulls or something? And it was like stuck, and then
I think he's
Yeah,
into a
yeah.
mountain of skulls.
I think so.
and then he pulled the sword, and that's what gave him like the superpower. I don't know.
Are you talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie one?
That's the only one, Brookers.
I
No,
thought there was
they
other
did a
ones.
remake of it though.
What was King Arthur's cow name? Sir Lion.
Sure.
Top Cat.
But yeah, so he pulled, the Lady in the Lake and all that juicy stuff.
Juicy.
So because of that, he became a supreme king. And they're thinking that somewhere along them lines, it could have been born.
But him saving somebody's life made him supreme.
Mm-hmm.
If he was already a king, I mean, what
He's a supreme
more?
king.
Huh?
He's like the creme de la creme of kings.
The creme de la
The king of
creme.
what though?
King of Camelot.
But if it was the supreme king, wouldn't he be more of a king of over more like
Other
areas?
kings?
I think it's kind of like in Game of Thrones how you had, like the big kingdom, and then you had like Winterfell. Like even though he wasn't necessarily like a king, he like ran it. And if I remember correctly, there was always like it was in England and the UK and stuff back like way back when, there was more than one king.
Well, they had like nobles.
had their
right?
territories.
like governors.
Well, they were still called kings, but they had their own like. So King Arthur was king of Camelot, and then there was like somebody else that was king of Great Britain, and then king of Wales. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he was the head king of all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Bruce messing
But then,
everybody
but
up.
then, do you hear about him being in any other part of where he would be the ruler of?
He excuse me. He declared himself the emperor, like the higher king, the supreme king of Britain at Camelot,
Oh, okay.
or as we know it, Camelot. I guess it was called something else before we know it as Camelot. Makes sense.
To be honest, I never really got into it because I wasn't really into all that magic stuff growing up. I guess. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you questions, because I really don't know about it. I don't know what to say.
How much?
Like, I've heard of Merlin being like a wizard and stuff, but nothing like the temple.
Well, so from my
I didn't know he was like a knight.
well,
I knew
okay.
him as a wizard.
Yeah, and I was never like I knew about it, but I was never really into it. So I had to do some research, obviously, for this stuff. And my understandings is that as written work, the King Arthur books are more like romance novels, and there's several of them. And it all revolves around King Arthur and Camelot and the knights and love and sorcery and all of that stuff. So that's my understanding of it all. as far as the written works and what we know it as today without speculations.
Don't be speculating now.
Well, no, like if you were gonna go straight on the straight and narrow without any, as we know it, what we know it today, that's what it is. Dragons were real. They still are. They're just smaller.
Yeah, there are mini dragons. And there's probably big ones too. They're just hiding. They only come out at night when you're sleeping. So you'll never get to see one. That's definite. Because dragons are like that.
Dragons are like that?
Yeah. Well, they're not going to just expose themselves.
Very true.
That's why they gotta have a disguise like a beard, right?
You see what I'm saying? Big's nose. So you probably seen a dragon. Sounds like it. Yeah.
I truly believe, like, no, I'm considering this, and this is honestly what I'm truly thinking.
That you lost the lost cities?
Yeah. That I do think dragons were real. I do. Because, what if all the dinosaurs didn't go extinct?
What if dinosaurs are dragons?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Or part dragon, like their
Part.
cousins or something.
Oh, well, I mean, how big of a leap is it? Because dinosaurs are related to birds. There was flying, like bigger like the velociraptors, I think they are.
Yeah, they were like pterodactyls.
Yeah, pterodactyls. There you go. But, yeah, it's very possible. And we don't have like skin or anything to like realistically know.
Who don't have skin?
No, like skin doesn't travel to like the fossils.
What?
Hold on.
The more you know, motherfuckers. There it is.
Hold on, let me gather my brain.
Bear says, where did my skin go?
Hold on, wait.
Oh, wow.
So, like, when we find dinosaur bones, like, we could realistically don't. They could have had hair. Like, we don't know because.
So what you're saying is we don't know what their true features were.
Yeah.
They were all like hairy, like bears, like giant T-Rex bears.
Like, so she's saying that like we don't know if they had wings and stuff like that. Like
Brontosauruses were
Yeah.
like huskies and shit.
It could have been.
See, like Aubrey says, they were reptiles, so we know they had reptile skin like a lizard.
Okay. Well, how do we get
yeah,
their
but
DNA?
so are
Because it's in their
dragons have
bones, yo.
reptile skin, right?
Like marrow?
Yeah. They know because of sciences. Come on, it's science. It's in the books.
Are there hairy reptiles?
No, because they're reptiles.
It would be funny
They're
if there
cold-
was.
And reptiles are cold-blooded. They're not mammals like us, so that's why they're different. So they don't have stuff like we have, like the same organs and shit. They're cold-blooded.
Yeah, but what about the dinosaurs that didn't walk on the earth?
Yeah.
Like dolphins and whales and shit.
Sharks.
They're mammals, right?
Yeah, some of them, the
Megalodon.
ones that breathe oxygen and have hearts and shit.
Like sea lions?
China is one of the oldest civilizations, and they celebrate dragons in their culture. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a lot of stuff with dragons.
Yep.
Yeah, dragons are from back in the day.
Boom. Jennifer dropped the mic. So there we go.
Jennifer shut that dragon shit right down. She was like, this is how it is, motherfuckers.
Did you know?
Remember that dragon video I just showed you the other day about the Chinese guys that get ready for the parade?
The actual guys that dress up as the dragon
dragons?
for the parades.
The training that they do.
Holy moly.
And it's like they do it on these poles. And they have to land on these little fucking circle things. And
It's synchronized.
still.
yeah, but they hop on them like lily pads.
Oh, okay.
And there's 2 guys in each dragon, and it's like a competition. It's insane.
And it's like it has to be like crazy synchronized because like one jumps and the other one has to jump, and then they swing on each other like they're vines, like it's Tarzan. Like it was crazy. It really, really was.
Yeah. Big ups to them Chinese dragon guys, because like y'all are putting in work. Like that's for you, y'all.
Yeah, Sleepy J said Vikings did. They had them on some of their shields and axes. Well, that and even like their gods and stuff. Like, I mean, there's something to it. I don't think we're digging deep enough.
Put it in deep, Brookers. Stick it in deep.
Or high enough.
Ooh, what do you want to do?
Ooh.
You want chocolate shatter?
Oh, you want me to get high?
I don't know.
I was thinking like
I know one thing.
Mount
I'm getting
Everest.
like a motherfucker.
like high elevation places maybe where they would like dragons would be.
Could be, because they got wings, right?
Yep.
Well, we should do a show about dragons.
Yeah.
So, in theory, then you're saying that the aliens are real then, because they're at a higher elevation.
Oh, that's already, man. Yeah.
I know an
aliens
alien,
are
bro.
real. Aliens are real.
I get invaded at
Fight me.
least a half a dozen times a set. They fire up the mixer, yo. The spaceships, my front lawn turns into a spaceship parking lot. It's crazy.
Yeah, Jennifer. Aliens are real.
Yes, Jennifer.
Fight me.
Oh, yeah.
She
Well, I mean,
said,
I believe
fight
they're real
me,
too.
bro. You hear her? She
Huh,
said,
what?
fight me. Wow. Big love, everyone.
Yeah.
As soon as Brokers is done fighting you.
I gotta take a quick and I will be.
You go get
Right
your
back.
coffee. I think I can entertain everyone. I might be able to.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, for
There's
sure.
no doubt.
Anybody who thinks that this is the only planet with life is ignorant as hell. I think you're correct, Kyle. I truly
Definitely.
do. Because if aliens weren't real, I wouldn't have these cool alien emotes. And that's really what it comes down to. Have a good night, Aubrey. We appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself this evening. Be sure to come back, check us out, hang out with us, do that pot of coffee thing. Drink coffee about it.
Drink coffee about it.
Millions of civilizations, just the universe is so vast that we can never reach anyone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll never, like maybe in like a couple, like if the earth ever figures out a way to work together, not just like one country, like the whole earth, then maybe
Yeah.
I think it's possible for us to be smart enough as a team, as everybody as one, like if we ever had that world peace thing and stop blowing ourselves up, I think we would be smart enough to actually get far enough into space to like find a space club and like meet other aliens and shit. But until we have that intelligence and that team effort and that unitedness, I don't think it'll ever be able to happen.
So check it out, Bruce. Since you just said that, right? What if that's what happened with Atlantis?
You
Right.
know, a lot of civilizations and shit collapse because of that. Like even in like the Bible with like the golden calf shit and all that, that was a civilization and it all got collapsed because, you know, brimstone and blah, 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 blah. But, well, I don't want to get into religion and all that, but that was a civilization, and because of the money and the gold and the worship, there's one that collapsed kind of maybe the same like you're saying, like Atlantis did, or what we were just talking about, you know? Look at us sounding all smart and shit because Brookers was gone. Now she's back. I'm going to get dumb.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like, what if they all work together to reach a different universe? Because you hear about like, I don't know, like flying ships around fucking Atlantis, right?
Yeah.
So what if they were able to get to a different universe and that's how they got their magic powers?
That's where Merlin got his shit at Camelot too.
That's what I'm saying.
For reals. I'm with it. I think so.
Top Cat
Like these
says,
people traveled to different universes and got freaking like different planets or whatever and got like some magic potion and stuff and came back.
Top Cat says, never happened, my friend, unless our math and science is wrong, which it might be. It is just space. All right, people, stop writing because my thing's moving and I can't read. Unless our math and science is wrong, which it might be. It is just space is too vast. Hey. It's too fast to make anywhere even faster than the speed of light. Okay, you can continue typing now.
Okay, Brookers. She's new to going live. Never stop your chat. You can scroll and pause it. You can pause your chat and then catch up as you please. Like I'll help y'all out. But excuse Brookers, she's new to lives. But no, I think really the human is smart enough, and if we all get together, I think it could be done, Top Cat. Maybe we'll need a little help from the dolphins, but if we're smart enough to get together, we'll be smart enough to talk to dolphins, and then we got the help we need. Why is that funny? Dolphins like more smarter than a human. We just can't communicate with them.
I'm thinking of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
But to comment on what Kyle and Top Cat's talking about, I've heard there's a theory that there's ancient technology that modern people won't never be able to use because we just lost the ability to figure out how it functions.
Amen. Right there, you said it.
So there's like old ass paintings. Well, like paintings of like the Virgin Mary and like religious paintings. Anyways, well, that's pretty much like what a lot of paintings and stuff were then. So anyways, but in the background, there are spacecraft looking things that are painted there. So it looks like UFOs, which they're not UFOs anymore. They're UAIs, I want to say.
Ain't there a lot of like hieroglyphics in the pyramids that have, some of them always have like a thing flying in the sky and like some spaceship shit. And then like Kyle says too, you know, maybe some of this stuff and this technology can only be triggered by certain DNA. And everybody had to go and marry their cousins, so now the DNA strand's fucked up and we lost that technology.
Well, I mean, think about the Thor and his hammer, and also the sword and the sword and the stone.
And that's part of the thing we just talked about. So there you go, Conan, that shit.
No, but it's, if you think about it, like what if aliens were so advanced even back then that they came down and visited us and helped us like figure out how to do certain things, and then like flew back and was like, let's see what this shit does. And then like maybe they're like just coming back now, and that's why we're like having meetings about it in Congress.
So basically you're saying our civilization is based on a TV show?
No.
Somebody's playing The Sims with us right now?
Like maybe we're like from like ancient Egypt to like now has been like the aliens experiment. Like, yeah.
I think we need to change that topic because that kind of goes with religion, right?
I don't know, does it?
So ancient cities, Brookers.
Yeah. El Dorado.
El Dorado, yo. El Dorado.
So I was never really too into this whole story. From what I know about it, like personally, I knew that it was like the Golden City. Like everything is like gold and rich about it.
We
Yo,
got
Schmidt Show.
the Schmidt Show in the building. What's going on, my dude? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome on in.
There's speculation. There's probably a lot of pyramids and a lot of stuff that's not discovered and buried over like the hundreds of years and stuff. Sand and
Well,
sandstorms.
yeah, because think
dunes,
about all the
man.
sandstorms, right?
Yeah, and sand dunes, and then it gets compacted and more sand gets on top of that. And, you know, when they go digging, they only use like paintbrushes. It's like whack.
Well, but couldn't
'Cause
they
they
use
like-
like ground penetrating radar to...
She said penetrate, y'all.
That's what it's called, homie.
Penetrate that
Yeah,
radar.
but do you think it would go that far?
Well, I don't know how far down it goes. I mean, doesn't it go down pretty far?
Oh, it goes down. It gets real deep. We all chilling. We doing the podcast thing tonight, Schmidt Show. We on that laid back vibe. Doing that Sunday.
But I would think it would go down at least a couple of 100 feet. I mean, I don't think it would need to go down too much further than that, would you?
It's like you read the chat.
I swear it's
And then
like
giggle.
a bunch
It's
of 10th
great.
graders are in the room.
I feel it. I love it. I
Bruce
do.
turned into a
It's
10th
that
grader.
DJ Bruce vibe right there.
Yeah, that's how we keep it real. We keep it hype. What about aliens versus predator pyramid under Antarctica?
The show's getting hijacked to like aliens and maybe next
So-
week we'll do an alien show.
Yeah,
What if there was like a pyramid in each like Earth biome?
A pyramid
Like
what?
each section of the Earth, there's a pyramid, and like we had some kind of power where we could like summon some other people to come help us or something.
So
I don't know.
Okay, so this is where Brooklyn's brain works. Okay, so there are these lines. I don't remember exactly what they're called. For some reason, I want to say Mediterranean lines, but it's probably wrong. But anyways, and it's in certain locations all around the world.
Yeah, and don't they like line up with the pyramids?
The pyramids line up with it. Other pyramids in other countries line up with it, and all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, think like Nicholas Tesla when he came up with that practically like Wi-Fi electricity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
so you think he was using these lines to
Yes.
shoot the electric signal from?
But it was even before Nicholas Tesla. That's
Yeah.
what the pyramids were for.
But he figured it out,
Exactly.
and he figured out how to use them.
And that's what they're saying, like
Ah.
ancient Egypt and stuff actually, and like all the ancient civilizations actually had some form of communication and electricity.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
Doesn't it?
Wow. So we're trying to like send a signal to another universe because we're like a lost universe.
No, not even to that. I mean, a lot of the other things line up with it, but the actual Earth is made up of these. There's these. Like I said, I want to say Mediterranean lines. I might be wrong.
Top Cat says that it all lines up with star
Formations.
formations.
Yes, they do line up with star formations as well. But they're also these it's like Nicholas. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that it's like a Wi-Fi signal practically for electricity,
Yeah.
and that it was all set up like that.
That's some golden ass wheat.
What?
Nothing.
You said that's some golden ass wheat.
It was real pretty. I'm enjoying the visuals. And
You're
listen,
doing a podcast, homie. You're
I know.
supposed to be in the conversation.
they took a turn. It took a turn.
He said it took a turn.
El Dorado.
It was like me trying to go to McDonald's today.
Oh my God.
I was trying to turn to McDonald's and she distracted me, and then there wasn't another McDonald's for like an hour.
No.
Oh,
no.
I let
so
her have
That's
it.
you
not
get
how
that,
that
Bruce?
went. That's not how that went at all. So how it went was we picked up the kids at my sister's house. Bruce was like hungry the whole time. And he kept on saying that he wanted McDonald's. And I said, okay. But then he said, wait a second, I want Arby's. Because they have mozzarella sticks.
But Brookers don't like Arby's. And I don't like Arby's either. But man, do they have some fire mozzarella sticks.
I gotta check those out.
Yeah, they're fire.
But yeah, so then he's like, how about over here? And I look, and all I see is a gas station with this broken ass McDonald's sign. So I don't even think there's a McDonald's there. And then he's like, oh, too late. Starts going. And I'm like, because now at this point, I'm hungry too.
And there's traffic up my booty.
So we go past another one, and I'm like, here's this. He goes, oh, you really want McDonald's, don't you? And I was like, well, that's what you said you wanted. What else do you want? He's like, I don't know. So we just keep going and go. And we like literally went like one exit from our house and got McDonald's. Long story short.
All right, let's go back to the El Dorado. I think they were like cowboys, weren't they? Sounds cowboyish. I know they made a Cadillac called El Dorado.
It's not your internet, Jennifer. It's ours.
Can't hear you.
Ya.
Frozen.
Oh, man.
I just not liking Twitch right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's us, guys. I apologize. I don't know. Every so often, our internet just likes to fuck around.
It's trying to kill the vibe.
It's probably the government. It's Illuminati. They're trying to shut us down.
You know.
We're talking about conspiracy theories right now and stuff too.
We're really talking about lost cities, but for some reason we keep having conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, Jennifer, I love the curly fries.
All right, we are green again. Let me know if you can hear me. Should be able to refresh. See, the master of Illuminati is here anyway. El Presidente herself. But we ain't gonna tell anybody.
You just did.
Because it's a secret. Oh, we know. We know. That's why I like having her around. Illuminati is good people. But yeah, y'all can all hear us now, hopefully. Hit the refresh button. We got that internet curse that hits us. We get hit on the DJ Bruce show every so many weeks. We have a stupid one. So I guess that's happened to us tonight. So what we'll do is we'll do what we just did, and we'll just like, that'll be like, if you can't hear us, think of it as a bathroom break and a hydration break. Take care of yourself. Y'all got work tomorrow, you know?
Okay, so moving right along.
Well, talking about bathroom break, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up on the regular Game of Thrones because I stopped watching it. I don't know. When the kids got old enough to realize what was going on the screen. Because my kids are always up my butt.
Haley B, she been in here lurking. She's been lurking. I haven't heard peeps from her. She's been a quiet one tonight. Just saying. Just mentioning it.
Just mentioning it.
Jennifer says she's all good now. Let's roll. So we were talking about El Dorado and not the Cadillac. Brooker's got some input.
I do. So, I mean, like I said, I didn't know too much about it. All I knew about it was that it was like a city of gold and it was supposed to have like lots of riches and stuff like that. Did you ever hear about it?
No.
No.
Nope.
So supposedly, too, what would happen is whenever there was a new king in El Dorado,
Okay.
they would take the king. They would strip him naked and cover him in gold dust. He would then be placed on a very decorated raft along with his attendants and piles of gold and precious stones. The raft would then be sent out to the center of the lake, where the king would wash the gold dust from his body, and his attendants would throw all the pieces of gold and the precious stones into the lake. It's intended to be like a sacrifice to the god. And that was supposed to like keep them safe, like the city safe. So people, it's like a big treasure city that people really, really want to find because, you know, of all the gold that supposedly was wasted, especially in the lake.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why would you do that? So they piled enough gold on until the ship sank?
No, they would take the king, right? And he had like all this gold dust on him, and then on the raft that he had was like all this like treasures, like gold and stones and
on his
jewels
raft.
On the raft.
Okay.
So then they would go to the center of this lake, and his attendants and himself would wash all the gold off of his body.
Okay.
And then they would take all of the jewels and everything and throw it into the lake as a sacrifice to the god or gods.
Okay.
To like keep their city safe.
Did it work?
I mean, if nobody's found it.
So it works.
I don't know if it works or if it didn't work at all. But nobody's found it, and it's a big thing because of, you know, how much money all that would be worth.
I might know why they didn't find it.
Why?
Kyle said El Dorado was built around the Fountain of Youth, and he believes that. So, if everybody kept dipping their ass in the Fountain of Youth and washing up in there.
Why would you wash your ass in the Fountain of Youth?
But just think, if you spent too much time in the tub and it's the Fountain of Youth water, you're going to turn yourself back into a sperm or an egg.
But what about the city?
The city just going to deteriorate away because everyone turned themselves back into sperms.
But what about the gold?
It's in the lake. It sunk.
But where's the lake? Nobody knows where the lake is.
It filled in with gold and dirt. It's just dried up, man. The pirates stole the gold.
Some people believe it's in South America.
The continents shifted and it broke off into the ocean. There you go. I figured it all out, y'all. I'm giving myself some love.
You know, thousands of people have tried to locate it in different locations throughout Latin America. It is like a treasure hunt. It really, it's like the ultimate treasure hunt, maybe.
I just wouldn't want to be the person to hunt that all my life and not find nothing.
You know, there's been like eccentrics, even here in the United States, from like way back when, like the gold rush and stuff, that have supposedly been handed down like legends of gold that was like somebody's like treasures that's like buried places, and like they try and find them.
I just feel like, why would people have the need to do that, right? If nobody's ever found it.
Adventure.
But why would you waste time in an adventure that wouldn't result into anything?
Because you have to like think about it. If it's something that you really enjoy doing, like solving mysteries and finding things, or even just being outdoors and doing something, or even if it's like the outcome's not what you want it to be, you're still enjoying yourself. At least that's how I would see it.
I get that to a certain extent, right? So like, if you're out having an adventure, okay, cool. You might stumble upon something. But if you're somebody that's actually making it like the people from Oak Island, right? The guys on that show, they make it like a habit, or like they're always looking for this treasure, but they never come up with anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
They like basically made a career out of it, right? So I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to be the person that made a career out of it and it never showed for nothing.
Like the frustration would kill you.
Well, maybe not that, but just like the oh, told you so.
The
You know,
Pot
I
of Coffee
feel like an
podcast
idiot.
is not responsible for you choking on chicken nuggets while laughing at our jokes. Please listen responsibly, folks. This
Chew
is
your
just
food
a reminder.
24 times. I think that's how much you're supposed to chew your food. Did you know that?
Yeah, 24 times you're supposed to chew before you swallow.
That's what she said.
No, that's different. You don't chew those. And El Dorado.
Yeah, well, there's like rumors of like treasure troves of these things, and like even like Biggs was saying with like the people from Oak Island and stuff. I mean, even they've like gotten into trying to look for it. I mean, there's just so many.
Do you think maybe people discover it and don't tell anybody and get as much treasure as possible, and then they just don't need it anymore, so then like there's no more treasure left? Because like over the years people like you know what I mean?
Well, and that's a theory too, is that like over the years like treasure hunting and looting have,
Like it's been pirated.
yeah,
All the booty is gone.
all the booty. I mean, that's definitely a thing.
They bloody took all the booty.
Or
Or
what if it was a real thing that turned into a story to keep people occupied with their minds?
As far as
The treasures.
yeah, to keep them away.
Like you know how stories are handed down by generation and generation and generation, right?
mm-hmm.
So what if it was real and it was already found, but it just developed into like a childhood story?
like a fable?
Yeah.
For what benefit though?
Mhm.
The benefit of having a story like for a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a nighttime story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see.
Just
that.
like all of the stories you hear about, like the Greek mythology and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I believe it was real because it had stories behind it, right?
See, we just saved Bear the Coder's life because he was just about to eat chicken nuggets without chewing. So now he knows. Now he
24
knows the
times,
proper
Bear.
way. But it's cool. I was doing 70 down the highway today, just slamming chicken nuggets down my throat like it was going out of style. So I understand just like popping them in and gulping. Just stick it in your mouth and gulp. You'll be all right.
Hey, not. Oh, never mind.
Spit it out.
Spit it out.
Today, Junior.
He's popping chicken nuggets.
I had a Big Mac and a 20-piece and hit the highway. I was boss about it. I was like, today I'm going to be a slob. Let's go. Let's do this. I was at McDonald's
You
getting
did
2
really
meals.
good though. You didn't spill.
Yeah, I didn't make a mess of myself or nothing. I was all pro about
I was
it.
really proud. And you had a Big Mac.
Truck driver shit. That's how we do it.
Like, that's like juicy sandwich.
Oh, yeah. It's all juicy. 2 all beef patties. Special
Oh.
sauce. All right, let's move
I'll
on.
be honest. Go ahead.
Go ahead, be honest.
I was gonna say the hardest hamburger I've ever eaten while driving is a Whopper.
Yeah, they put extra slime on it.
Yeah, that's a
Them
sloppy
Whoppers
one
already
too.
while driving.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
They like charbroiled slime.
There's a show on Sci-Fi Channel called Legend Quest. You guys would love it. That's what Kyle said. I'll have to check it out. Legend Quest.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Definitely. So this is the last city of the night. And that's one of the ones that we were talking about not that long ago, actually. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. Anybody? Anybody?
Ain't that in Long Island?
No.
It's like exit 64.
No.
Roanoke, New York.
Roanoke?
Roanoke.
Ronan?
Roanoke.
Roanoke, it's an island.
Roanoke. Oh, like Roanoke, North Carolina.
Yes. Burger King is underrated. You know, I was trying to convince Bruce to go to Burger King this afternoon, but he wanted McDonald's.
It's too slimy.
I like their nuggets.
Yeah, Grimace and the Hamburglar. Jennifer knows. She knows about the old school Mickey D's when shit had real meat.
The Hamburglar. That was the robber guy.
That's when they had the playhouses outside where you could like put your kid into the cage.
Yeah.
It was like a prison for kids made out of a burger.
Metal slide.
Yeah, you go to McDonald's, get hurt. You come out.
While your parents sat there and smoked in it.
Back in the day, your parents sat there, you went in there with like 30 other kids, and y'all got fucked up. Y'all need a helmet to go to McDonald's.
It was like last man standing. If you didn't burn your ass in the slide, somebody pushed you off the top of the freaking burger jail.
Or there's always some bratty little bitch putting everybody up in the burger jail. Running around like she owned the place.
Some bratty little bitch.
That's a lost city itself, is the play place.
The lost city of McDonald's play place.
The lost city. So if you can remember 30s years ago. Yeah, Schmidt Show knows.
Separate the strong from the weak.
Yup.
For real though.
Things were tough back then.
It was.
And if you got fucked up by another kid or something, or fell on the slide and hit your head, your parents smack you in the back of the head and be like, "What you come crying to me for? I'm over here smoking a ciggy with Suzanne and shit. This kid want to come up crying, go down the slide and play or something. Like, what the fuck? You already ate your chicken nuggets. You didn't choke and die. Let's go. Get out of here.
Basically, like bragged me to come here.
Go into burger jail. We'll be out when we're done."
That dangerous slide.
It was though.
Yeah.
It was so dangerous. Man. Only the strong survived.
Yeah, Blockbuster's a lost city.
Yeah, Lost City.
But it wasn't rough at Blockbuster. Not like McDonald's. Like, you can get cut at McDonald's. Tetanus. I'll get fucked up. Probably a coma from getting thrown off or something.
You know what I would have hated?
Yeah, like Jennifer said,
Video.
flying off the side of the slide.
Hollywood Video? Holy fuck, I haven't heard that shit in forever.
Yeah, but just think about it. Blockbuster been running the rental game, right? Then Hollywood Video comes in and gets popular. Then Netflix comes in with the mail-only delivery. And that popped off. Shit. Think about how much money a Hollywood Video lost because of Netflix.
Yeah.
The ball pit was always moist at a McDonald's. I thought it was burger grease.
Smells like pee.
Like jumping in and like ripping out a fucking diaper.
I thought it was because of the French fries. I thought it was like grease. It turned out it's like it's scat.
Scat. Because you know all the kids are feral.
Yeah, I heard about that, Schmidt. I watched a YouTube video on that thing.
But yeah.
I worked at a Blockbuster.
Our late fee charge was $4.20.
Nice. I worked at a video store once too. It was a cool ass job. It was pretty dope. Video store workers definitely, like, if you don't need money and you need like a cool ass job just to like do cool things, you should work at a video store.
They don't have video stores anymore.
Think about a pizza place.
I don't want to work at a pizza place, man. There's a lot of work. Like video store, you just like do video store, like rewind all day.
I worked at Pathmark.
Oh, Jennifer's
Cookies
Blockbuster
Weed.
turned into a dispensary. That's badass.
A cookies weed shop.
So that's definitely better than a block. Like, you could definitely get a lot better rentals there.
Where you rent? You don't rent shit there.
I go in there and rent some shatter.
You rent it.
I'll bring
How do you?
I'll
You
put
blow
all.
it back at them as your refund.
I'll blow it all. I'll blow it all in balloons and bring the balloons back.
Like have like a professional smeller to be like,
Recycled
yep, that's
THC.
it.
Well, just think. Then they could have a below the bottom shelf,
But how would that be recycled? Back?
or they could like give it away to the homeless, or something.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's not even funny. Oh my god, that's fucked up.
No, it's not.
I know you need a sandwich, but
Here's a
here's some
balloon.
recycled air, THC air.
Some
It may not
recycled
fill your
THC
belly.
smoky air.
It may not be your fill
No.
your belly, but it'll fill your lungs.
No, but like they can get it because they like can't get it.
Or they get the munchies, and then what?
They could eat the balloon, make edible balloons.
Oh my god! Now
No,
you're trying to kill homeless
They use it to
people.
brainwash them. Like, you're not hungry. Sniff this.
Oh, that's fucked up, y'all. The two of you need to serve penance and go to a soup kitchen this week and serve soup.
Serve soup. Go get a soup.
I'll serve soup, but it won't be at no place.
Go do something
too
nice
busy
for a
for that.
homeless person.
I would love to, though.
Give them a haircut. Do something nice.
I'll give it out in gift subs.
They're not homeless, homie.
Some of them streamers, you can tell.
They're not homeless if they're streaming.
Yeah, but it's not a homeless thing. They just need help. Maybe they need a ring light. Maybe they need a microphone. I don't know. But something's broke on some of them, so maybe they can use the support.
Something's broke on you, all right.
Yeah, something's broke on me. You know what? You know what's broke on me? Nothing, because I'm keeping people laughing.
Yeah. And what?
And what?
So, the lost colony of Roanoke.
Roanoke.
So let me give you a snippet here. So
Snippets. Let's get
it's
it.
actually one of America's most enduring history mysteries.
It's the season 3 hype. That's what it is. It's because of season 3.
In 1585, it was an English colony, and they attempted to make it a permanent settlement in North America. By 1590, it was abandoned. There's many theories to explain what happened to the missing colonists, but there hasn't been any success at all in determining the fate of the 116 people who just disappeared without a trace. Anybody? Bueller?
Oh,
100
I thought-
Bueller?
116 people disappeared without a trace.
Yeah.
That was Atlantis, yo.
No. This is Roanoke.
Triangled when the continents drifted.
This is Rocket League. But yeah, so in 1584, Queen Elizabeth I gave Sir Walter Raleigh a royal charter to colonize North America to establish a base from which England could raid Spanish treasure fleets coming to their South and Central American colonies.
Doesn't it seem like England like sent a lot of ships to a lot of countries, right? Like different ones. Cause like England like has like parts of a lot of countries. So like England like just like lands at places and like is like, hey,
Hey, where the white bitch is at?
What the fuck? That's not what I meant. Brooker's just like fucking lost it. She's dying, yo.
Oh my god.
Where are the white bitches at?
What the fuck? Where did that even come from? She's just
Isn't
like
that what
fucking.
she said?
I said, oh, hold on. I gotta catch my breath.
Dakota said Brooker's asking the real questions.
Burger's the alien investigates.
I said they all came here and were like, hey.
We know what you said, yo.
Where the white bitch is at.
But why did you say that? That's the fucking question, is why?
Oh my god.
Now she's having orgasms.
No, I got tears coming out my eye holes.
Squirting.
She's having a laugh-gasm.
She's squirting out her eyes.
Squirting out my eye holes. Fuck. Duck.
Whoa.
Where were we?
I don't know.
White bitches.
Wait.
So we got
White bitch.
we got like a half an hour left to talk about white bitches. So they like coffee and pumpkin spice and Range Rovers.
And Starbucks.
Range Rover.
Range
Cream
Rovers,
cheese.
soccer, Dodge minivans.
Yogurt.
Target.
Little
I know
fluff
they
on
like
top
to
of the
shop at
latte.
Target. They like boots with the fur.
But yeah, so England was bouncing around places and just was like, we own this bitch.
Well, no, it just
What,
seems
isn't-
like, because they did that to America. They just like came here and then we tea partied them back out.
Thought you were gonna say teabag.
And then like a lot of Canada and stuff, didn't they do that? And like everywhere, like Europe was just like,
I want to say that the royal family rules over 31
that's what I'm saying.
places, territories. I want to say that. I could be wrong, but I know it's somewhere around
They
there.
rule over Canada.
There's other places too. There's like
Well, not
other
all of
countries.
Canada either, because some of it rules over French.
Really? I thought it was all Canada. I mean, all England.
No, because there's Quebec, which is French Canadian, so that would be France. Kind of like
Yeah.
Louisiana.
or that one place.
Well, it would be the
So,
French
so
Quarter.
if that
Yeah,
was
French
true,
Quarter.
then. So if what you're saying is true, then they would have a separate military. Then
Well, of course it's true. It's Pot of Coffee podcast, motherfucker. People come here to learn, dude. They don't fuck around.
I'm pretty sure.
Expand
I'm pretty
your
sure the army
mind.
is, or the military is called the Royal Military, right?
No, it's Canadian Army. They're still Canada,
Canadian.
but they're ruled under like England. I don't fucking know. I don't even live there, dude.
The hollow earth theory. There, we got magma. Isn't that the center of the earth? Is like
Magma.
magma.
Yeah,
Magma.
lava and shit, dude.
The earth's core.
Ain't it the layer? It's called the magma layer. No, the core. Yeah, yours the core.
But yeah, so back to Roanoke. So Raleigh then sent his first expedition to explore the eastern coast of North America, and it landed on Roanoke Island. So they established good relationship with the Croatians, the Native Americans that were living on the land. I don't know how true that part is, but anywho. The expedition brought 2 Croatians back to England with them, and the native explained how to live on the island. So he organized a second expedition.
Slow it down. You sound like that guy at Burger King today.
Oh my goodness.
The guy, we met a dude
You
that
said
took my...
it's McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's? He talked like Micro Machine Man,
But like really low.
but like in a whisper. As the place is like screaming and some dude's like, I didn't get my free fries. I'm old. I need my shit. We were like, what did you say? And he's like, I thought he was calling a
anywho.
cat.
So the second expedition was a disaster.
Oh, and Biggs, Jennifer said I was true. So, yeah.
What?
French Canadian.
Well, yeah, I know they're French Canadian, but they can still be ruled by England
Yeah, but why do they speak French?
because the French were over there.
Because they own that bitch.
I think
They
it's
used
like a
to.
treaty
Yeah.
where they're French, but they're also Canadian.
And they didn't get teabagged yet, so.
So the second expedition was a disaster, and there were tensions between this group and the Native Americans, and there was a lot of fighting between them. And the Native Americans were angry that the English were exploiting the land and the resources. And when they returned to England, there was only a small group of 15 men that remained behind to protect the fort and Raleigh's claim to Roanoke Island. The third and final expedition was in 1587. He made his friend John White leader and governor of the colony, and the voyage had included some women and children, which wasn't normal, but it was indication that he was trying to settle on the island. So this is like history looking back at
How they got there.
like the steps. Like, well, no, because like
How they
if he
settled.
didn't bring these people back
because
with
it's like
them,
how they built a civilization, right?
right? So if he wasn't bringing these people back with them, they could have been like, oh, it was abandoned because of, he wasn't going to make it a settlement anyways. But that's not what happened.
Nope, not what happened, folks. It's not what happened.
When they arrived, there was one skeleton.
Was he like what white bitches said?
Where the white bitch was at.
He got shot with a shotgun for sure.
Get off my grass.
Get off my lawn.
Settled, bring bitches to repopulate. Kyle knows how to do it. Let's America should give Kyle a boat, and Kyle can go like do that. Go settle us.
Go settle us.
Go find us a settle, Kyle.
When John White came back to Roanoke, he returned on August 18th of 1590, which was his granddaughter's third birthday, and Roanoke was completely deserted. There was no one there, no sign of a struggle, no sign of a battle.
1590? What'd you say?
Yeah, 1590.
Were people invented yet?
For real?
Well, were there still dinosaurs?
No.
Well, no. That's
It wasn't that long
only
ago.
200 years
Yeah.
before America was supposedly founded.
Got you.
Well, considering that
So,
BC...
All right. Okay.
And
No,
AD.
I mistook my math. But
Okay.
so if it was before Christopher Columbus's, didn't John White discover America since Roanoke's in North Carolina?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh shit! Don't nobody tell nobody. The CIA is gonna kidnap us.
So the only clues that gave any hint to the fate of the colonists of Roanoke was the word Croatoan, which was carved into a fence post, and the letters CRO carved into a tree. All of the buildings had been disassembled, so the people had not been forced to leave in a hurry. The colonists were instructed to carve a Maltese cross in a tree if they were compelled to leave against their will, and there wasn't any. So he assumed that with all these clues that the colonists had moved to nearby Croatoan Island, but bad weather prevented him and his men from going to look for them.
And this was at 116.
Yes.
They just like took their houses apart and left to go to Roanoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe their ship sank on their voyage. Maybe that's where they disappeared to.
It was a nearby colony, not island.
Maybe somebody got hungry.
Well, that's been a theory, is that they were so hungry and they couldn't figure out how to cultivate the land that they resulted to cannibalism, but there's not been any bones found.
Yeah, and you can't eat bones. Unless they had pigs. Pigs can eat
I was about to
bones.
say, or animal, regular animals.
There has been like countless look-intos of where what happened to the people, and there has been no clues, nothing.
Huh.
So
they-
like
They were
one of-
just moving from one part of the island to the other?
well, so there's been nothing that has been found.
Well, did they ever
Like no
get to the island?
trace. Yes, they were there. The 116 people,
And they just disappeared?
and they just disappeared.
They probably like, I don't know.
Like no trace.
No
back in
bones, no nothing.
1590s. No bones, no nothing.
They moved out.
So there was the first theory that
They
we're
didn't
gonna
tell
visit-
anybody because they didn't want to pay their fucking deposits and shit. So they just bounced. They were behind on rent and shit, probably.
Well, so the colonists. This is a theory: is that the colonists were absorbed into the local Native American population or captured as slaves.
I was just gonna say, didn't you say that the Native Americans were upset with the white man for not using the earth the way that they wanted them to?
Yeah,
So right there, they killed him, maybe.
Yeah,
but
there's
no, like
bones.
I said, no bones have ever been found.
Yeah, but don't they use bones for weapons and necklaces and shields and shit?
Yeah, so
True.
maybe they harvested their bones.
Exactly.
Yeah. See,
But
the
now-
Ganja Kid said it's true, so we figured that out.
Yeah, and in this theory, in 1696, there have been they've actually have met Native American Indians that have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Jennifer said they're not murdered.
They could have been.
She said they weren't.
She's asking.
But
a
what if
question.
what if all 116 people were like women and children, or
Some of
like
them
men
were.
that can't defend, like
Some of them were.
non-military?
Yeah, some of them were. Now, there are also in the 1700s, there has been European colonists that claim to have met gray-eyed Indians who have been descended from white settlers as well.
So you trying to tell me that they's turned into Indians?
Well,
Well,
that they were absorbed into the
Or
Indian
Native
population.
Native Americans.
Like the Native Americans took them in
Okay.
and helped them.
And then they moved
And then
off
like
the
they
island,
wound up,
moved
well,
to the tribe,
yeah.
and then just joined them because they had like
Yeah.
food and water,
so
and
so
they
so
were
it
adopted.
basically like, so it basically like dances with wolves, that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That actually
But
makes
you-
sense because that would make sense for the bones and the way that they left. Like you said, they like took apart their houses and shit.
Yes, completely disassembled it.
And then they had that sign which they wanted to leave.
Which was also the name of the other town nearby.
Yeah.
Did you know that
So yeah, they were adopted.
did you know that Asians actually discovered America before Columbus did?
And John Wright, the guy that discovered,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because that's
But-
North
Christopher
Carolina.
Columbus, came upon America in 1492.
Easy to forget today.
So it was before
Hip-hop
then.
had rappers.
Oh, I was thinking about
okay,
something else,
yeah.
man. Okay,
Alright.
right.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. You never taught that?
All those homes.
No.
But yeah, so then the next theory is the actual word itself, Croatoan. The word Croatoan was found carved into the fence at the abandoned colony. It's one of the most confusing mysteries there. Why was it there? The word Croatoan is also connected to other mysterious happenings over the century, each one more puzzling than the last. Right before he died, Edgar Allan Poe disappeared for a short time. When he was seen again, he was delirious, and in his final state of delirium before his death, allegedly, one of the last words he said was Croatoan.
Do you think, like, maybe Croatoan was, like, Illuminati, but back then?
Well, it gets even weirder
Since,
because...
Because you said, like, Edgar Allan Poe, and, like, that dude was into, like, some wicked-ass shit. And he was, like...
Like dark arts, you're thinking?
Yeah, kind of like the black stuff, like the black magic, and, like, you know, because he was into the wickedness and stuff. But, like, besides all that, wasn't he, like, crazy?
I don't, like, well...
And, like, crazy people or, like, see things different than other people. So, like, he probably knew. And then he was kind of like, you know, with writing his books and shit, probably made him, like, pinky up, like, top dog shit, like, one of the elite. So then he knew shit, and that's, like, he was part of Croatoan. But, like, now we don't have Croatoan because it's, like, a different language. So now we have Illuminati.
Well, wait, it gets even weirder. Ready?
See what I mean?
The word Croatoan has also appeared at several other famous disappearances in the 19th and 20th centuries. So in 1888, the stagecoach robber Black Bart carved the word Croatoan into the wall of his cell before he was released from prison. He was never seen or heard from again. And it was also found in Amelia Earhart's journal after she disappeared in 1937.
And see, these are all, like, famous people. So, like, I don't know. It
And wait, there's more.
could be the Clintons.
The last bed that horror writer Ambrose Bierce slept in before he disappeared in Mexico in 1913 had the word Croatoan carved into one of their posts. In 1921, Croatoan was written on the last page of the logbook of the ship that Carol A. Deering was in when it crashed on Cape Haratas near the Croatian island. The ship was missing its entire crew.
So what does Croatoan mean?
Nobody knows.
Edgar Allan Poe was one of Jennifer's favorite, and he was an alcoholic. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I think he did
Meth?
opium. Or what's that?
Meth?
No, the
Peyote?
no. Ancient Chinese is it opium?
Yeah.
Opium. Yeah.
Opium's good shit. I would suggest trying it at least once.
But isn't that creepy? That all of those things happen too with the same word written on them?
Yeah, we gotta find more about this word. Croatoan? What was it called?
Croatoan.
Maybe we should all stop saying it.
You think it's like Beetlejuice?
It might be, since people are disappearing every time. You know what I mean? Does anybody out there know about Croatoan?
Croatoan.
I'm like Croatoan.
Croatoan.
I'm gonna say that when I ever have to fight someone.
Croatoan.
They're like, yo, why don't you just grow a toe, dude? Then they won't want to fight you because, like, they're gonna be like, whoa, this dude's off. Might have been a big rich people cult back. See, that's what I'm thinking. It totally has like an Illuminati type vibe. I'm feeling it, Jennifer.
But what about
I like your direction.
But what about everything else with like Amelia Earhart and Edgar Allan Poe?
They're all famous people. So like if Illuminati was gonna like do their thing or whatever.
But what about that ship? That ship wasn't famous until it
what?
had that written into it off of the Croatian island and its entire crew is missing.
But who famous was on that boat?
Nobody. Otherwise, when I read it, the article would have said, Elvis Presley was on it.
You don't know because they disappeared. Maybe they were on it secretly, like a stowaway.
Then we would be like the unsolved mystery of Marilyn Monroe.
There's a lot of that. Obviously, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe, but maybe it was like Madonna, and they replaced her with a robot.
Have you seen her lately?
She's a robot now.
Oh.
They got technology where people are droids.
Girl be looking
Old.
worn out, hung up wet.
He had pure
Beat with a
opium,
stick.
not the junk they have now. That's right, Jennifer. He had the straight shit, no bullshit.
Yeah, pure opium.
He
Yeah,
had
like
them
the
goods.
drops on the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar cube drops.
So the third theory is that the colonists were murdered.
Well, that's we already wiped that. I like the cult idea, like the rich. Kronoki. What's the word?
Croatoan.
Croatoan.
No, crow with a C, like crow.
Must have been the person finding the ship. Or maybe like someone had like goods on the ship that never got delivered. It's probably pirates behind it all. Maybe it's a pirate gang called Croto. The cult of the people finding the
It's a Native American tribe.
Is it?
The Croatoans, yeah.
Yeah. It says the Croatoan were a small Native American ethnic group living in the coastal area of what is now North Carolina.
Right.
They may have been a branch of the larger Roanoke people or aligned with them.
Right. That's that settlement that was there, and like you said, the people.
But maybe them
called-
Indians, since they were like a coastal settlement, were just like some badass headhunting pirates and shit. And then the other people, they gave them a choice, and they were like, join our army or fuck off with your heads. So all them people moved their village, joined their army, and then they like made these people disappear, and they like went around signing shit, and it was like Croto was here.
Croatoan was here.
No, that makes sense though.
Could be. But yeah, so another theory is that they were murdered. So with Captain John Smith in 1607, he tried to uncover what happened to the people there. His claim was that the chief Powhatan told him. So now we're getting like he told me, told her, told you. That he killed the people of the colony to retaliate against them for living with another tribe that refused to ally with him. Allegedly, Powhatan showed Smith items that he took from Roanoke to support his story, which included a musket barrel and a brass mortar and pestle. And by 1609, the story reached England, and King James and the Royal Council blamed Powhatan for the missing colonists.
Yeah, but that's like my cousin's sister's Meemaw's aunt told me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that ain't good.
But it's also like, I killed your people, so don't fuck with me.
I heard that around the oak tree.
Yeah. But contemporary historians and anthropologists dispute this story because there was never any bodies or archaeological evidence found to support the claim. And it's been like 400 years.
400.
Well, no, I mean, it's been 400 years.
Yeah,
You're not finding nothing.
Technology and all that. They like scanned the island and did their thing, didn't they? Mm-hmm. So with all that and technology and stuff, like it's kind of what like whatever the like modern people say it is. So what's the modern say?
Well, and that's what recently there was an author and researcher. His name is Brandon Fulham.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I used to hang out with him on Sundays.
Well, he was re-examining the sources, and he's suggesting that maybe, and if you remember, there was a couple of different expeditions that had happened where they had like brought them back and forth. So he was thinking that the first 15 settlers that were left behind in the second expedition, it may have been them that was that massacre, not the 116. You know what I mean?
So The 116 killed the other guys and pretending they're being that guy.
But also, it also could have been, and if you remember the reasoning why the England wanted that settlement there was to do what?
I don't know.
Weren't you paying attention?
To get the tea?
No, they were trying to rob the Spanish ships.
Oh, I just thought they wanted there to like be like, we own this bitch.
Yeah, they were in the middle of a war when the people of Roanoke disappeared.
And then you told everybody they were looking for white bitches. So I thought they were looking for women or something.
But it could have been, you know, that the
Baboon.
Spanish people just killed them.
And what, hauled their bodies off and dumped them in the sea?
Yeah, like walk the plank, bitches.
Yeah, walk the plank. And
But could a ship hold 116 people?
you know, back then, weren't the ships powered by like people underneath rowing?
Yeah.
That's probably why they call it Roanoke.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but they probably used 116 and divided them in between a bunch of, because there's probably at least 50 down below the deck. So they
So
go get the
capture and serve
116,
slaves.
and the ones that didn't row walk the plank. And the
Yeah,
ones that
so-
row your boat.
Basically captured them and turned them into slaves then.
Oh, boat motors.
The fourth theory is cannibalism. And there's actually like two subcategories in this. There's like two theories behind this cannibalism.
Yeah, but with 116 people, there'd be one fat dude that just lives there at the end.
Well, so they're thinking that it's either the people of Roanoke themselves were a victim of cannibals,
Or the headhunters.
or that they had to resort to it to stay alive.
I think the natives headhunted them, and the natives were just like badass ninja pirates. And then they did all that stuff to like Amelia Earhart and Edgar Allan Poe. Because they used to sell them opium. That's why.
Edgar
The
Allan
natives
Poe.
were opium farmers.
Well, it says here that there was other Native American tribes that were really hostile to outsiders, and they weren't on good terms with the settlers or the Croatoans or the Croatian. I think it's pronounced Croatians, and the word is actually
I
Croatoan.
think Jennifer knows.
One of these groups could have been cannibals. There
They're
was
watching.
never any bodies found at the settlement, but that doesn't mean anything. The bones could have been used for healing remedies by grinding them into powder or using them as, like you guys were saying earlier, tools. They could have easily have been picked off gradually, or cannibals could have kidnapped them and disposed of them that way. The fact that no bodies were found sounds like a time-consuming endeavor, but White was also gone for 3 years on that last expedition.
He probably got married. He probably has a second family on the island.
Well, they had more than enough time for
3 years.
to dispose of it. I mean, it was 3 years, yeah.
I don't know. It sounds real shady if you ask me. Like real shady. Like something definitely went down.
Maybe that was the point of him taking them over there.
Do you think like maybe like Bigfoots could have ate him too?
Well, in 1609, the
'Cause,
settlement of Jonestown, Virginia, the colony had to resort to cannibalism to stay alive. So it is possible that the Roanoke people had to do it as well.
But what about like back
Where
then?
would their bones be though then?
Didn't they have like bigger bears and like harder, more like tougher creatures? So maybe like bears could have ate them.
Was it tougher creatures, or was it that it wasn't as populated as it is now? And people in general are a bigger breed than they were back then.
Yeah, so like they were outrun by like wolves. Or like bears.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
scorpions.
that's true.
Brown recluses and like copperheads, and maybe they all like the animals attacked them at once.
And not only that, but it could also have been like new to surroundings, so they could have gotten infected with something
Yeah,
that they're not used to.
tetanus.
Well, and that brings us to our fifth.
Look at Jennifer's got a really good tip.
They are not American Indians.
Yeah.
But our next one is that disease could have done it. Another theory is that disease could have taken over and encountered the colonists, and they had no immunity to fight them.
Wouldn't there be bones?
Yeah, like that blanket disease that was around back then.
Now, what if? So say there was maybe a disease. This might work with the disease, but I was thinking about like Vikings. But not saying Vikings did this. But if you what if you burned all the bodies? Wouldn't if you get the fire hot enough, the bones turn to ash eventually? Like if it's hot enough, you know what I mean? So they could have burned everything and it just was ash.
But there was nothing
left because it's ash.
But there was no fires and stuff. They said everything was.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know after so many fucking 50 years, you know? Grass is gonna grow and flowers and trees and the birds and the bees.
Within that 3 years.
Yeah.
Within that 3 years of vegetation would grow really, really fast.
And he could have went there. He could have went there and burned all the bodies, stole their gold, planted grass, and bounced.
Planted grass?
Well, you gotta hide the evidence. Kind of like in Scooby-Doo, if they're walking in the mud, they use a leaf and shit to cover the footprints.
So another theory is witchcraft.
Rolling them chicken bones.
This is another one with sub theories. There's two of them. That Croatoan either executed the colonists. Croatoan either executed the colonists as witches, or that the colonists were victims of witches who lived in the North Carolina woods. The Croatoans believed in witches and witchcraft, and their definition of witches was people who use black magic to commit evil acts in everyday life.
Rolling them chicken bones.
So isn't the Croatoans the Native American tribe, right?
Right.
Yes.
So then there would have to be magic involved, or a spiritual thing.
Don't a lot of Native Americans get involved with black magic stuff?
It's not black
I don't
magic.
know about black magic.
Or voodoo?
It's not voodoo either.
But don't some of them do the dark end of it? I'm sure if
There's just shamans.
But I'm
and
sure
it's always good stuff. There's no bad stuff involved.
But if there's a good, there's always that balance of bad.
Not necessarily. It doesn't always have to be.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, I mean,
Why would we have voodoo and black magic then anyway?
I can see what he's saying, because there's always going to be that one person that wants something more than one person. They're always going to do it in any way that they can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not even about the one person though. There's always going to be a handful of people that are gonna go off. You know what I mean? It's kind of like having a DJ and a podcast. He's just gonna fucking go off.
Yeah, but it's like saying you can't have good magic without bad magic, because then all magic would be good. Right?
Yin and yang, exactly.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think.
So maybe the Native Americans, I thought I heard that Native Americans and Indians and stuff, there's as much good, they do all that good stuff and powwows and all their special spirit dances and stuff. And all that stuff works. I knew a dude who can draw a turtle in the sand and change the weather. And say this thing. Right?
Right, but I don't think that they're so believe in.
So how do we know when he drew the
bad
turtle in the
things?
sand? He was doing that for his own benefit. So right there, maybe it ain't a good thing.
No, because it's not
Because he's greedy and he wanted to change the weather? What if the earth needed water that day? And he starved the earth because he wanted to draw a turtle and change the weather.
I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying though? So we don't know if he even did good magic or bad magic drawing that turtle.
Could have made it rain long enough to cover the island.
There could be so much to it.
Could be. But I guess supposedly that they have always stuck by and said that there is legends of witches who live in the North Carolina woods, who used black magic to hurt people. And this is a story that the people of Roanoke became the victims of those witches, and they were never seen from or heard from again.
You have a great night, Kyle. We love you, my brother. Have a great day at work tomorrow. Big love, my
Good night,
dude.
Kyle.
Have a great night.
Take care, Kyle. So they got Blair Witched then.
It could
Yeah,
be.
they got Blair Witched. Exactly.
Well, even besides, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm pretty sure natives are involved in that stuff. And if not, you still had the woods people that were like witches and shit. So maybe they were just like turned them into stew, and that's why they don't have bones. Because you could make jelly out of bones, like Jello. So that's possible too. I think everything could have happened. Maybe that's why.
That's why we're still sitting here talking about it and not knowing what actually happened.
I think Jennifer knows.
But so there's also like supernatural and religious explanations that come along with these theories as well. Like the Native Americans, they believe in a wild spirit that's in the form of a beast, and they call it a Wendigo.
Wendigo.
A Wendigo.
That sounds like a cool music festival.
When people resort to eating human flesh, which we know is cannibalism, their bodies are taken over by a Wendigo. If the people of Roanoke resorted to cannibalism, then according to this belief, they are still alive, roaming the woods of North Carolina, but in the form of Wendigos.
So you turn into like a zombie? But they just call them...
No, I guess it's kind of like a werewolf.
Oh, cool. So you're not zombied, but you're werewolf.
Yeah, you're a werewolf because you were a cannibal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
That's some Twilight shit.
Yeah.
yo, you turn into a werewolf and get Wendigos.
You become a
You know what's
Wendigo.
funny is there's a King of the Hills episode that had the Whip-Tango in it too.
Wendigo.
They're going around looking for it. Yeah, they were going around looking for it. Bobby ended up knocking out a whooping crane or something like that. Oh, Dad, it's Whip-Tango.
Wendigo. That's a funny word to say.
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
So the Croatoan themselves, though, also believe in a spirit on the island that had the power to absorb humans into its landscape. If the spirit was offended or angered, it would turn people into trees, animals, stones, or any other part of the land. So if the colonists were exploiting the resources or abusing the land, which we learned that that's what pissed a lot of the Native Americans off about them, it could have angered the spirit, and that the people of Roanoke didn't disappear at all. They were just absorbed into the land.
That's the black magic. I told you.
Oh, there you go. You said the tree people, Bruce.
And the natives. The natives did it. So there's your black magic voodoo natives.
But now the Croatoan also believed in a reptilian devil of the woods. It was an evil spirit that could attach itself to people. This spirit made people violent, greedy, and paranoid. The Croatoan believed that the reptilian spirit had possessed the settlers once they started to turn on each other after White had left for England to retrieve more supplies.
Jennifer said Kuru did it.
It says crew. Read up on that.
Kuru.
Kuru. Kind of like Ruku, but Kuru.
So also,
Translation
and this is
okay.
of infected prion proteins from cannibalism.
But would it dissolve bones?
Jennifer would know.
But see, also it said though that bones are used in healing things. If it's grinded up.
Yeah, but you gotta just you find the way the bones aren't there, you'll find out how they died.
No, it just
No,
makes
okay.
people zombie-like. Is that... Well, I guess, yeah, if Jennifer said it, it's true.
So it's kind of like human rabies then.
Yeah. Makes him sick. Rabies. Yup, like rabies. Look at Bigsby with all the smarts. You should wear like science glasses and a coat. Like, I'm Science Biggs.
So I think this is the last theory that we have for Roanoke, and it's called the Dare Stones. So from 1937 to 1940, a series of stones were discovered that supposedly tell the story of what happened to the Roanoke colonists. They were called the Dare Stones because they were mostly apparently written by John White's daughter, Eleanor Dare. That's her last name.
Now, would you get rabies if you were cannibalism? Like, say I wanted to eat people, right? So, if I don't want to get Wendigo, and I don't want to get, like, what Jennifer called it? Kuru. If I don't want to get Kuru, could I just cook it? Like, if I cooked the meat, then I'd be okay, right? Kind of like, because, like, you get sick if you eat raw meat. So maybe they were eating the people raw. And if you cook them, you won't get Kuru.
I think you would still get sick with cooked meat.
Or why? If it's cooked?
Because it would be just like cooking a pig.
Yeah,
Because
Jennifer said,
if
no,
you think about it, the pig is the closest thing to.
But, like, okay. Where they had to get sick first, I guess, and then you ate a sick person to get this. Because if they're not, what if you ate a healthy person? Because I know if you, like, eat a sick horse, you can get sick. Or if you eat a sick cow or whatever, sick chicken, you get sick. But if the chicken's not sick and you cook it, you don't get sick. So maybe if you eat a healthy person, would you still
like
get
you cooked it fresh.
Yeah, like fresh meat.
This isn't Subway, bitches.
There ain't nothing fresh about Subway.
I don't think you would, because like
mad
human
cow.
Like human flesh.
Said what?
Right?
Well, I'm just thinking about it, like, so the person had to be sick, like mad cow disease.
Why are we talking about that?
I don't know. I'm
on Dare Stones.
Thinking mad cows are fed other cows, and that's how they get the cow. But is it because they feed them raw cow mixed in, and like they're lazy and not cooking the cow? Or is it just because they're eating their own kind? Like, you can't eat your own kind or you're going to get crazy rabies Kuru. Or can you eat your own kind and cook them?
It's the protein marker.
So yeah, even if you cook them, you're fucked. Messes up your DNA chain, probably. Man, we're all like science right now.
Where's Bill Nye when you need him?
We got Bill Bruce.
Bruce.
The Dare Stones, they are believed to have been written by John White's daughter, Eleanor Dare. Most historians consider them to be a hoax, though, because many historians believe that the first stone is authentic. A tourist found it and inscribed the stone and brought it to the university to be examined by authenticity, which it was. In that first one, all that's written is Ananias Dare and Virginia went hence unto heaven 1591. Englishman Shoe, John White, governor. And the other side of the stone reported that only 7 of the Roanoke colonists were left alive and that Native Americans murdered the rest.
Oh, our chappy lit as fuck, yo.
You think Bill Nye fucks? What?
We'd be like talking about Bill Nye porn, I guess.
There's probably a section for it.
We're going to call this Pot of Coffee Podcast, the season of off topics. It's fucking great.
I think you guys need some Ritalin or something to like.
Yo, this
like
live,
ADHD.
yo. This is live. This is how we roll. It's live. It's raw. Uncut. 21 and over. Let's go. Sunday, Sunday,
But
Sunday.
there's been like so many other stones that have been found.
I think
So-
stones are really important because they have a lot of powers. Like there's crystals and stuff that you got to put in the moon to charge. And like if you charge them, like they can make things happen.
So supposedly the only stone out of all of the stones that had been found, there was only one that was authentic and the others were hoaxes. So,
But
How do they know if they're authentic?
because they carbon dated them.
ooh,
Carbon dating is a process in which
they can tell how old something
scientifically
is.
they can find out how old something is through studying the genealogy of the product.
But rocks got power, so maybe like they were messing with some rocks, and they just like some kid was like out there playing, like making say like a fire pit or something, so he could eat his like grandma. And when he put the fucking fire pit together, he made these stones, and the stone powers connected and like united, and then everybody turned into trees. And there's like 3 of the theories all wrapped up into one. So
Well, like, I mean, realistically, what do you think? What theory do you abide by? Like, what do you think happened to him?
I just gave you my theory, and that was like 3 theories in one, so I call it plausible. Yeah. Blowtorch down.
What do you think, Biggs?
So they couldn't make vegetation on the land, right?
I mean, the Native
Well-
Americans did it, so why couldn't they?
Maybe they didn't have the right seeds to grow, right? Because they brought stuff from England, right? So
Yeah.
maybe their seeds didn't mix with our earth, so they like all starved to death. Then animals came along and ate their bodies, or they all got sick somehow and animals ate their bodies.
I think, personally, the most logical explanation is that, like, motherfucker, it was 3 years you've been gone. These people probably thought you, like, abandoned them. Like, there was no hope, and they weren't making it on their own. They did get along with the Croatoans, just not the other tribes.
Maybe
So
the
they
Croatoans.
probably just like, and they were like Croatoan. That's what they wrote on the fucking tree. So like, yo, bitch, we living with the Croatoans.
Or the Croatoans signed that because they ate them all and turned them into like.
There's no bones or nothing's been found. So they just lived their lives like normal people.
They
with the
burnt the
Croatoans.
bones and made ashes to fertilize their fields.
Yeah, they just packed and left New Orleans to start a new life.
Well, here's the thing: if they just lived their life with the Croatoans, right? How were their bodies like taken care of, basically?
Because the Native Americans used bones to make tinctures and spears and tools, and they even
So-
used it.
Jelly.
So you're saying after they died, they turned their bones and stuff into tools and stuff?
Or what?
Yeah, because nothing is wasted, and that's what a lot of Native Americans feel, like nothing in the animal or person is wasted.
It was that motherfucker right there. Look at a warthog.
But
Maybe the islands
because
got warthogs.
They were English settlers and not Native Americans. They didn't know how they wanted to be buried or anything, so they just did with their bodies what they did.
Maybe the island was overrun with like wild boars and our pig family that can digest bone. Maybe just like wild
Yeah,
boars.
see,
ate 'em.
Jennifer agrees with me. Bam.
Bam. Jennifer's final say. Bam.
Yep, nothing is wasted. I don't know how they did that shit back then, man. That's some ingenuity.
What, bones and shit? Mm-hmm. They probably had their wives do it. Because women are smart like that and shit. Just be like, oh, honey, look what I did with this rib. Go stab something with it. Get me more. See, Jennifer has a buffalo bone necklace.
that one movie where they were like killing people and he was wearing their ears as necklaces?
Oh, that was cool. It was a zombie movie. He was collecting ears every kill or something.
Oh, that was I think it was Walking Dead.
Was it The Walking Dead? Oh yeah,
believe
Daryl
so.
did it when he was like hallucinating seeing Merle.
Yeah,
South
because
Dakota
didn't
trucker.
somebody take his brother's ear off or something?
He resulted to cutting his arm off because Rick left him up on the rooftop, handcuffed.
Oh yeah, chained up. That's right.
But yeah, so that's all I got for the show. But I mean, we're still having good conversations, so yeah. Sponsored by
Nice.
djbruce.com, so if you need some cool pieces, go to that
Beautiful
site.
pieces. We got
I'll
that
put it up.
Head on over
glass.
I'll
to
put the link.
djbruce.com.
And we got free shipping, tax included. Everything's included in the price, so it's dope. What you see is what you pay. Right to your door, UPS. I only ship
UPS.
UPS too, because I'm a boss like that. Straight up trust my packages. I even put the own extra peanuts in there, so things are
I
extra
thought you
safe.
said penis.
Whoa, no, I don't put dick
Whoa,
pics in there.
I thought you were like, I put that extra penis in there.
Yeah, it was awesome of you, Jennifer, to come and check this out. We done this before,
Yeah.
but now we added the Ganja Kid. Because, like, he's funny and shit. He can laugh.
Appreciate it.
And then we're on season 3, and then everybody said to keep doing this every Sunday, so we're going to keep at it, and I guess until it gets boring.
What do y'all think about aliens for next week?
And we're going to try to get some different
that'd be cool.
guests and other people, so this way we have keeping it fresh.
Yes, aliens.
Aliens.
Wait, didn't you say you were gonna do a show with Will next week?
He could do whatever the topic Booker's picks.
Well, you're still on it, Biggs.
Oh.
No, I know that, but I was just saying. I thought you already set it up. I didn't know if you were gonna do a show about him or.
I don't
Well,
know,
there'd be a
man.
part about the person that we have as a guest.
Oh,
And
okay,
of
I
course,
got you.
like a section where we talk about, what they do, or even if they're a streamer, if they're not a streamer, and, find out, dig in on them a little bit and plug all their stuff and promote and see what they're about, and then get into like our topic and stuff. That's how we used to do it. And
Right.
The only difference is this is Pot of Coffee Live, and it's fun, and I think it's like a cool, behind the scenes peek at what normally happens in
Yeah.
between the takes of a podcast.
And if you don't catch the live, we leave up for a rewatch, and all that should be copacetic. Look at that big ass word. Go Bruce.
That it.
And then it's also uploaded onto the YouTube. The YouTube.
And the weed.
And the weed tube. So even if you missed the lives, you got re-listens on the rest of the week, and you could laugh like on your commutes, when you're riding that train, when you're doing all that thing. Not high on cocaine. You at work and you need that smooth sound,
I got that song stuck in my head. Trouble.
or just a good laugh, just so. But yeah, we're gonna keep kicking it, doing the podcast.
Pip pip.
Nice.
I'm gonna start saying it like that now, like, welcome to the podcast.
Did you really just do that?
I did. I don't even like these no more
Welcome to
either.
the podcast.
I quit smoking, and it makes me feel sick.
Ooh.
It's making you feel good.
Like, no, like
Not smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. We quit smoking cigarettes about 2 weeks ago.
and I have a vape, and I've been using the patch, right? So the patches I take off at night. I don't even do like the full day anymore, because it's yuck. And then like I got a vape, but I like hit it maybe a dozen times a day, if that. Like yesterday I only hit it like once, and I found it to be gross, even though it's like peach and tastes good as fuck. But today I was driving in Nashville, and man, I hit that thing, but I was hungry. It was Brooker's fault.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, we quit smoking. It's pretty good. I think it's good this time because I don't even like the patches. I'm just like, blech.
I only want to put healthy things into my body.
Like shatter.
Like shatter.
Yeah, weed.
And
Good
weed.
weed. Good weed.
Good weed.
Maybe we'd be like, good weed, who this?
Is tomorrow Monday? Yes, it
Tomorrow's
is.
Monday. Yep. And then we're going to change the Fridays for DJ, and we're going to make that like Saturdays because I have my winter job contract. So I'm like in my truck doing truck things.
What about Wednesdays?
Wednesdays are going to be the same time. Fridays will be our night. So party on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, podcasting on Sunday evenings like this. Except normally it won't run as long. It'll be like last week. We'll be on time better. And we won't have that technical bullshit.
Yeah, I feel really crappy about all that.
Yeah, normally we don't have it, but there is some kind of curse, and it happens on the DJ show every couple weeks or every like couple months where we just have like a shit day. Yeah, giraffes are weird as fuck.
Weird.
Well, I'm hired in giraffe poo-tang right now. Speaking of giraffes, they got long necks. That's so they could eat treetops. Because the bottom leaves are yuck, and the top leaves are good because of the sun. I believe that's it. Or they're part dinosaurs with fur. Maybe they're like T-Rexes with long front arms and they just started walking on front paws. My goddamn foot fell asleep. Like the bad fall asleep. Haley B in the lurk house. What's going on?
She says she's weird.
Wait, what?
I don't know. She's like, I'm weird too. So I say, hey, we have feelings.
Do you think giraffes have feelings?
Every living thing has feelings. Even the grass has feelings. You know the smell that when you cut the grass is like their blood?
It's not their blood. It's like them screaming to warn the other grass that they're gonna die.
Yeah, and they're living things. So
like that hyena right now is like, oh, this motherfucker, he looks sad. He like, man, I'm all by myself, hungry, no McDonald's around.
I was all by myself.
And
Like
the
you were, right?
This dude just standing there like,
over here.
this elephant like, I'm the king. Move, you little bitches. Get out the way. We should just sit here.
Get out the way.
Well, we should have like a part of the podcast, like 15 minutes of Bruce just being animals. Like
Narrating animal visuals.
like this guy.
Bear says if giraffes had feelings, they would be sad all the time because of how weird they are.
Yes. Lions are badass. Like that guy. He's like, man, my fucking neck itches, yo. Oh, it itches, bitch. Oh, this tree.
Well, because like, all right, so think about your dog. Like, I can legitly look at my dogs and like know what they're
He
thinking.
got fleas. Or herpes.
Herpes.
He got neck herpes, yo.
I can't look at a rhino.
Yo,
the
that's a
same.
white rhino, though. He's albinoed.
Wow.
Wow, look at him. That's amazing.
Was that the same tree the tiger was fucking, or the lion was fucking rubbing on?
No.
Look like it.
Those are weird to me.
Those are weird.
What, rhinos?
No.
Antelopes,
Oh, why are they weird?
right? Isn't that what they are?
I don't know. They might be antelopes. They might be like other things because I'm not an animalologist.
Bear says, dogs evolved to have eyebrows to be able to portray emotions to humans better.
Wow.
The more you know.
You better be real about that because I'm taking your word for
I'm
it.
taking your word for it. I'm too tired to look it up.
I'm gonna be at work tomorrow and shit telling people this, so you better not be making me look like a fool.
I tell you what, though.
No, I can see that because like,
Yeah.
just my dog, like he does things to tell me stuff. So if he's smart enough to tell me something,
He's like, they have feelings.
yeah, and he comes in and talks and shit. Like he said, maybe I lied to him.
Now I gotta fucking look it up.
Now we gotta Google.
Do dogs have eyebrows to communicate? Hey Siri.
Bear the decoder now. Bear the sus.
If Bear Decoder lied to us, it's gonna be emote only chat next week. No more lies. Just little cartoon pictures.
Oh,
Dogs do have eyebrows though.
what can they look up?
Yes. Sometimes I think it's really hard for them. Like it's a struggle. Yeah, my dog has eyebrows.
Yeah.
And they be looking too, because I talk to my dog like I would be like hanging out talking tonight. And my dog totally look at me like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, stop your bullshit.
He's funny though.
Yeah,
He'll sit there.
you could see when he laughs too.
And
That
he
motherfucker
laughs.
laugh.
Like we be sitting there like talking about him to his face and like saying some like calling him a bitch ass trick. We do that
Say the
sometimes.
jazz trick.
Bitch ass trick. That's my
Sometimes
dog.
like we'll sit there and be like, "You better Bo, you better bitch ass trick."
Bitch ass Bo, we call
And
him.
he looks and he opens up his mouth with his tongue out and he's like,
Yeah, he just starts
but
laughing.
it's not like he's panting. It's like he's laughing.
And then he starts
smiling,
smacking his
yeah.
tail around all stupid. He gets all goofy.
He smacks my ass with his tail and it hurts.
You better not. I'll fight that dude.
He does though because he's a big dog and I'm not a very tall person.
All right, well, that's the end of the podcast this week. I'm going to go beat my dog's ass. We got to go talk about something.
No, but I'm not a very tall person either. I'm only 5'2", 2.5.
You're like 4'7" now.
I
She's
think I've shrunk.
I think
She went from
the more weed she smokes, the more she shrinks.
fun bite size to fun size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, she's fun.
But so that when he wags and he's a huge dog, so it hurts.
He's on that big dog
that
shit.
tail is like
It's a whip.
thick. It's a whip.
He be hitting furniture and shit.
So I'm gonna be 5'2", 2'2" by the end of this year.
She will be. Oh,
Well, no, like even like so the kids were gone this weekend. My parents picked them up on Thursday. We just picked them up today, and I'm standing there next to my youngest, and like I'm at his waist. He's that tall,
yeah, he's a tall motherfucker though.
and it's like I swear he grew in those couple of days. I have to start shopping at the big and tall store for him.
Yeah, but even besides that, I think you're getting shorter. I think shatter makes you shorter. Maybe that's what it is.
Shorter shatter.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, all right, y'all. We won't bore you any longer.
It's Monday. It's Sunday night. Tomorrow's Monday. We gotta do the work thing, yo. You know
That's
how it
11
is.
o'clock for me.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's 11 o'clock for you.
Well, don't be an East Coaster. That's not my problem, dude. But
Thank
anyway,
you guys for tuning in.
big giant love to everyone that tuned in. Fucking chilled out with us tonight. I hope y'all had a good time. Everything we
so.
said is probably like 3/4 true. So take it as you want.
Everything I written down was true. It's the commentary that may not have been true.
I think it's the other way around, guys.
Disclaimer.
I think it's the other way around. But anyway, put this shit on your resumes.
Represent, that's right.
Yeah, throw that shit down. Tell people about it if you thought it was funny. And then, like I said, if y'all feeling down and shit, we got rewatches. We got the YouTube. We got the WeedTube. I'll be spinning Wednesday night. Friday night, Saturday night. We'll be back next week doing this again. What else we got, Brookers? Follow Bear Decoder because he's fucking awesome.
Follow everybody in this.
When's your next?
We're all pretty groovy people.
When's your next stream, Bear? Because I don't know. I haven't seen you on in a minute.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him the same thing earlier, but I just decided not to.
Let's get deep with this.
Let's get deep.
Long deep style.
Long
He
deep.
doesn't know.
Who doesn't know?
Bear.
Really?
Bear.
My chat fucked up?
That's cool, homie. Just
Yeah,
be
it's
on
cool.
the lookout.
I enjoy your streams. Bear's got a really cool stream.
I think Bear's freaking hilarious.
So everybody
He's
make
got-
sure y'all just follow that dude
He's
because
also on YouTube
I like him.
and's got some videos up there. Freaking funny. I laugh every time.
Like, just follow.
Just follow.
Just follow.
I want to know how his little Amazon thing went.
Yeah, there should be a new video coming out, I'm hoping. Was that correct?
Probably Tuesday.
Probably Tuesday.
11 o'clock for me too. Probably Tuesday. There, I fixed my chat.
He's working on
He's
it.
working on it. Yeah, that was a cool project.
Yeah.
Bear's like really smart.
Bear's got really good content. Definitely give him a follow. No doubt. This is my homie right there. Ever since I met that dude, and I met him in like the world's weirdest fucking way. So, ever since I met that dude, we've been talking and we kind of became friends and all that other stuff. And he's just fucking awesome. So, definitely follow. Follow. But yeah, we're going to end it. We're going to call it a night.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
We'll be back next week. Giant love, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Brokers, raid out.
Oh yeah, how do I do that again?
I gotta show Brookers how to raid. We're gonna send you off. Stay for the raid. Tell them Pot of Coffee Podcast sent you, because like it's a new channel. It's really Brookers' channel. I'm just work here. Big's co-host. So
I just double work here, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Bruce works here, so I gotta be the second one, so I double work here.
yeah, but I'm just like technical guy and like comedian. So I'm like that dude in the back that's like, oh. The dude in the back of the van that said some funny shit. Like Shaggy. I'm like Shaggy. You go to your raid. You gotta go to your creator. It's cool though. Yeah. Bear got it. Copy and paste.
Yeah, Bear got it.
She's calling it in. She's learning. She's new on Twitch. And like, she's not me. I teach her stuff, but like, she's a real smart girl and she wants to learn shit on her own. And she's kicking ass, man. She definitely kicks ass.
I don't have that here. I don't know how to exit out of this. This is that mod.
Well, be sure to come back next Sunday. We'll be at it again, probably with some aliens. Although I guess that means next week's topic won't be random to me and Bruce.
Well, I don't know. What if she doesn't write it as aliens?
That's possible too.
I don't know. It's all up to Brookers. She actually sits down and goes through all this crazy stuff to do all this.
Yep.
So next week I'm gonna be like topic police. This way we don't run off as much.
Yeah.
I know the chat's exciting, but we do get off topic. And she had a lot more stuff I think she wanted to talk about. But we had a lot of fun.
We're doing Willy
Oh.
Will.
Yeah. He's one of Pot of Coffee's biggest fans. He's been with us since our very first episode, which was many years ago. And he absolutely loves the podcast. And he's streaming right now. So he's one of DJ Bruce's VIPs also. So we're going to go kick it with Greenside Gaming. So
Good
stay
night,
for the raid.
y'all.
At least say hello and all that other good stuff. Giant love, everyone. We'll catch you back on this channel next Sunday. Yeah, that's that. All right,
Take
Joe.
care, everyone.
Rate them out, Brookers. Big love, Bear. Big love, Jennifer. Big love, Haley. Big love, everyone else.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Y'all are the best. Love y'all. Have a great week.